Welcome to solverfy.
All right, at first I thought this problem would be simple, but we're given some unusual information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write three equations. Force, okay, why isn't it writing? Force equals G, mass of Earth, M over R squared. Also, force equals mass times V squared over R. That's centripetal acceleration, centripetal force though. And force is mass times acceleration due to gravity. Now the lowercase m cancels out of all of them. So we've got gm over r squared equals v squared over r, which equals g, which is equating the three accelerations. Now, oh, I didn't realize I had more here. I got to erase that. Delete. And I need to erase what's over here. Bear with me, please. Okay, so let's continue. Oh, wait a minute. I need to erase that also. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that was down below there. Okay, now we know that the period, so here's a fourth equation. We know that the period is 2 pi r over v. So wherever I see v, I can substitute 2 pi r over the period. So now I've got g m over r squared equals 2 pi r over the period squared over r, which equals g. Breaking this up and simplifying the center one, gm over r squared equals 4 pi squared r squared over t squared r. But the r's will cancel out. Some of the r's will cancel out, and we've got 4 pi squared r over t squared. And then I also want to write this in a different color, 4 pi squared r over t squared equals g. So now I've got two different equations. If I solve them both for r, the left equation will say r equals the cube root of gm t squared over 4 pi. And the right equation will read r equals gt squared over 4 pi squared. Now, if I set them to equal to each other, well, I can just put a big equals in the middle. I can subtract the gt squared over 4 pi squared on both sides. So I get the cube root of gm t squared over 4 pi minus little g t squared over 4 pi squared. And I think I lost a squared on the left one, equals 0. Now, we know g, we know m, and we know little g. Let me write down what those numbers are. G is 6.67 times 10 to the negative 11th power in SI units. M is the mass of the Earth. That's 5.97 times 10 to the 24th power. Little g is given to us as 9.00. We put those numbers, or at least what I did is I used the Desmos graphing calculator, and I put those numbers in. I also set my axes. My x-axis is going to extend from 0 to 10,000. I set my y-axis from negative 10,000 to 10,000. And plugging this into the graphing calculator, with the exception that I actually wrote, well, you know what? I'll write down what I wrote exactly in the graphing calculator. I wrote the cube root of g m x squared over 4 pi squared minus g x squared over 4 pi squared. And I wrote y equals. And then I look for the 0. There is a 0 at x equal, which is the same as t. Get to it here. 5,400 rounded to 3 significant digits seconds. And so that is our period.